Alright everyone, we start off today with a couple of announcements, of course. First and foremost, I'm back here in the United States, back in the USSA, the land of Bidenomics. How lovely. I can go eat some of those $9 a jar pickles. Probably more expensive by now. Gas prices shot up by about 30 cents a gallon in the time that I was gone. Wonder if there's going to be another round of Let's Go Brandon stickers. Secondly, no live stream today. Because I've got a bunch of real-world stuff that I have to do. There are big changes in life, really good ones, but it's going to require quite a bit of effort. Should probably file my taxes. You know, Uncle Sam needs more money for the Ukrainians and to bomb you many orphans and stuff like that. But we'll get right into the news. And tomorrow I will live stream. I'll do a news crawl tonight. Get it all ready. I will be going live as well with the quartering. I do that on weekends and possibly also on Friday because I got to make up for the couple shows that I missed. So, you know, you can have a couple of extras, of course, because he literally paid for them. SCOTUS, where DEI goes to die. Litigation will be rife, and I'm really McLovin' it. Link in the description, not archived, of course. The other day, the Supreme Court ruled on a long-standing DEI case, and the idea was prior, if a company engaged in discrimination against managers or workers, which is what DEI is. It is literally discrimination on the basis of gender and race and things like that, sexual identity, creed. Basically an attempt to force every company to look like a bowl of Skittles, otherwise somehow it's not allowed to function and it's evil and wrong. But DEI's methodology itself is explicitly discriminatory. SCOTUS decided, and this is a 9-0 decision, all of the 4 liberal justices joined the 4 conservatives and the swing justice, because Kavanaugh, he can ride the fence sometimes. Even Ketanji voted in favor of this, lowering the threshold for filing lawsuits against your company if they engaged in discrimination against you, which DEI definitely is. And it gets larger than that. It's discrimination in general. Prior, you had to show there was significant impact to you. So you got fired and dispossessed of a job, you got blacklisted, something very significant happened to you because of the color of your skin, because of the content of your character. In some cases, religion definitely would count as that. You had to show significant loss, significant harm. SCOTUS said, well, why do you have to prove significant harm? Any harm at all as the result of discrimination within a workplace scenario should be, you know, that should be the litmus test. You shouldn't have to prove that you lost your job. What if you resign from your job because of systemic harassment? What if you resign from your job because of a few instances of harassment? What if you didn't get the promotion and you have some sort of concrete evidence, you know, some internal email or something, a Magnum PI dug up for you, that you didn't get the promotion because you were white, or you didn't get it because you were black, by the way. That would fall broadly under the terms here. This is not just about DEI, just to be clear. It goes beyond that. It goes to anti-discrimination laws in general. I'm amenable to the concept. While I don't have the biggest problem is that in some cases these are monopolistic firms. Okay, they control elements of the public square, so like a Microsoft or a Google or Alphabet or something like that, or they're mega corporations. You know, you might have a town where 90% of the people that are employed there work at one automotive factory. If that automotive firm is engaging in DEI and it's discriminating systemically against people who are white and male, I guess the idea was pale, male, and stale or something like that. Pale and male is stale, and so, you know, if you're a white male and you're not gay, that might be exculpatory. You're probably not going to get that promotion, and that's unacceptable. Companies are incepted to be capitalistic. I don't personally have a problem with some ma and pa shop with 20 competitors on the same block discriminating against employees in hiring practices or something like that, because it's meaningless. It means literally nothing. If you've hired someone, you should probably try to treat them well, but in hiring practices and things like that, of course, different story. I don't think a company should be compelled to hire anyone that it doesn't want to. But it should be on a meritocratic basis, and that's the other flip side of it. While the company is incepted just to make money, I'm a capitalist, a rugged capitalist, works for me, you know, government regulations staying largely out of the way of the internet until recently really helped my career, for example. It's trying to hinder it now on a regular basis with its war on crypto and anonymity and all of these other things, but, you know, we had a good run while it lasted. This is a no black pill zone. I think in the end, we'll be able to generally prevail. So don't paint the devil on the wall. Anyway, it affects everyone. DEI programs, I mean, basically DEI is nothing more than soft segregationism. Soft Jim Crow, only supposedly inverted, but it's the same basic premise. Equity is not about uplifting anyone, it's about lowering people down. We see this in education. Diversity is about more people of certain races and less people of other races. If there are a limited number of slots in the company, of necessity, if you're attempting physically to pile people in of one racial clad, one gender, or something like that. I would notice that a lot of the missing link media, leftoid news corporations, their boardroom is basically all white females, just for example. That's the preferred minority is femaleness, I suppose, among the NIMBYists. There's a token black around there. He's a Harvard PhD, for example, at Vox, or something like that. It's discrimination is systemic within corporations, and it has been for a very long time. There's also a lot of personal intrigue, like the branch manager just happens not to like you, so you don't get the promotion. Yeah, you're the best worker by a long sea mile, but you didn't get the promotion. But at the very least, that's not, they had some animus against you simply because of the way you looked or something like that, or the food that you chose to eat at lunchtime. Oh, what's that, Raji? Well, it's curried lentils and masala. Oh, I hear you're up for promotion, right? Yeah, I'll consider it. You get instances like that. And it shouldn't really be happening. There should be no discrimination against anyone. Like, for example, if I owned a company, I would promote people based on their meritocratic capabilities. Maybe I observe some worker who's working in lower management, but they're real goddamn efficient and extremely intelligent too. I'm like, why are you in lower management? I can maximize your skills if I give you, the penthouse office. Well, that's exactly what I would do. Hey, you're promoted, Sally, because quite clearly you're currently, working below your means, and that's going to make my company more money. Ergo, it's going to make me more money. It's all about the moolah, and it always should be. DEI is not about that. DEI is the concept that if you play nice and you top load your company for woke purposes, you get automatic investment and shit like that. And so these companies are engaging in discrimination partially under coercion, because that's where the money is. It doesn't matter if we're more efficient or we make a better product than our competitors. All we have to do is make sure that the boardroom looks the right way, and investment will be automatic. We're going to get lots and lots of government money, which shouldn't even be a thing for corporations, generally speaking. And we're probably, and then they'll encourage, the private investment firms too, to say, well, they've got a real good DEI score. Yeah, 90% of their employees are black. Well, that's diverse now, isn't it? If they were 90% white, I don't think they'd be getting a lot of DEI money. It's discriminatory. What SCOTUS did is significantly lower the litmus test by which you can establish discrimination. Prior, it had to be significant. You got fired because of the color of your skin. You got harassed repeatedly and systemically because of your gender or something. Now it's like, no, you don't need that to be the litmus test. Even a little bit of discrimination is wrong. Companies are supposed to be meritocratic institutions. This is going to kill DEI, by the way. Again, it was a 9-0 decision. 4 liberal justices, Roberts is a liberal, joined with the conservatives in order to effectively handicap DEI. Because now companies are going to have to counterbalance. They're going to say, well, we have a good DEI score, we get that money. But then we also get sued by a bunch of people. Well, I mean, can we weather 20, 30 lawsuits at once and a couple of class actions on top of that by several lobbying firms and activist groups? Methinks maybe not. Is it worth it? Maybe some of them will think otherwise. I think it's a great day. That's about all. Peace out.